blowing up today.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our live stream.
This is Blow Up Friday, also known as St. Patrick's.
Yes.
Later on, at least, I don't know about you guys, but I will be going to a yoga class. Irish yoga, actually. You can look it up on the internet what that means. But Irish yoga it's quite interesting. It's usually after a long night of St. Patrick's where everybody's lying in strange positions, all like that.
Dressed up in green.
Yeah, dressed up in green. That being said, we also have outages regarding our servers. It's tied to Amazon, it seems, and we're still working on it. And now we are also having problems with Steam. As a result of that outage, it's like a domino effect, and hope to be up again soon. Because, you know, the day that you launch a free version of the game, that went okay, but the day after, of course, everything else that is not under our control directly is blowing up. Mm-hmm. But we'll be back. I want
to say, because it's been a long time since he's been here, Maxime Goulet is our composer. In case any of you who've been watching haven't seen him before, because it's been quite a while. So welcome back.
Thank you.
I'm pretty excited to have you.
Very happy to be here.
Yeah.
So, did you want to say anything else about the outage?
Disco Jason, that massive 200 more players was too hard to handle. No, it was actually 2,200 people, and there was no problem with that, dear Disco Jason. So, you missed the zero there. However,
let's pull up the schedule.
Yeah, we will just go ahead to do the schedule, and I'm expecting an email anytime that Amazon and everything goes up. What?
I have to sneeze.
Sneeze?
It's not coming out. Okay, so on our schedule today, after I can sneeze, we have a music update with Maxime. And we'll talk a little bit more about the free version that went live yesterday. And Noah's going to be joining us to go over the last part of the production update. And later on, hopefully, if Amazon servers and Steam and everybody is back online, then we'll be able to do some gameplay. Keep your fingers crossed.
And yes, and a further update, because people are congratulating us on the 200 more players. No, it's actually 15,000 new players today. We broke the record of unique users today already at noon. Mm-hmm. That's 3 hours ago, so it's okay. We're happy. Now, over to you. Welcome again to the show.
Thank you.
We usually do various segments here. When Steam doesn't work, we've done cooking once, but we're not going to go there.
So you invited a composer this time?
Yes. No, we're always so happy to have you, because you have some. It's a big, interesting thing there. Do you want to talk about it?
Sure. So I brought something with me. It's like show and tell. So I have this little prop with me. So this is the program of the Orchestre Métropolitain, a big orchestra here in Montreal. And I'm organizing with them a big concert called the Montreal Video Game Symphony. And it's actually a concert where there's going to be music of games that are made here in Montreal. And the music will be performed by the orchestra, and there will be a screen with some images of the game. And even at a few moments of the concert, we will invite somebody from the crowd to play the game live on screen, and the orchestra will follow in interactive music the performance of the player. So it's a big show that's happening here for the 375th anniversary of Montreal. And we're doing that on September 29th here in Montreal at Place des Arts at Wilfrid Pelletier. And tickets are already on sale. And since this will feature games that are made in Montreal, we will have some music of Warhammer Eternal Crusade in that concert. So it's a big concert, big orchestra with choir, so it's perfect for music of Warhammer, because as you know, there's a lot of voice in each faction. We talked already about it, that are used in different ways, like the Space Marines is more like choir, a classical choir. The Orcs were like more the grunts, and the Eldar was more the female singing soloist, and the Chaos was more like the whisper type of voice use. And so the idea that what we will do for the Eternal Crusade is have like one piece that showcases the four musical identity of each faction into one piece that will be performed. So there's a lot of music of a lot of games that are made here in Montreal, as much big games like Assassin's Creed and Mass Effect, and also smaller indie games like Outlast, Fez, that will be also shown. So we will share you the links. We put online in the website of the Montreal Video Game Symphony all the listing of all the games that will be featured in the concert, and we will share you also the links if ever some of you are in Montreal and would like to attend the concert where you can buy the tickets.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So how do they pick the person from the crowd to play?
We haven't chosen yet. We haven't decided
Okay.
either how we will pick that person, but yeah, that's incredible because you never
pretty
have
cool.
this opportunity to play with a live orchestra that
Yeah.
performs. You
It's
know.
amazing.
Yeah.
So what do they do for the grenades if there's lots of grenades going on?
I don't know. Actually, I'm thinking like maybe we might leave a bit of the sound effects. You know, like in a game you can do the music and leave a little bit of sound effects. But we need to also feature the orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's more satisfying when you play a game that you have some response of the sound effects of when you're doing some actions.
Mm-hmm.
But for the other games that are not interactive live, that are just music performed with image, we will not put the sound effects because it's just like the soundtrack. And we really want to show also the music and feature the orchestra, because what's interesting is that there's a lot of music in the concert that are not orchestral music that will be rearranged for symphonic orchestra. So gives a different perspective of the same music. It's the same thing also for the music that I did for Warhammer. There was a lot of orchestral music. It was mainly that, but there was a lot of, like for the Eldar we used a lot of electronic sounds, and for the Orcs there was a lot of tribal instrument. So all that will be done with the symphonic orchestra, so it gives another perspective of that. So I'm really looking forward to it.
And if they want to buy tickets and read more about it, where can they do that?
Yeah, there's the two websites. There's the website of the Orchestre Métropolitain. We will share you the link. And there's also the website of the Montreal Video Game Symphony, where there's all the listing, and there's the link that goes to the Orchestre Métropolitain. There's also a Facebook page of the Symphonie du Jeu Vidéo de Montréal.
Cool. So we'll share it on our social channels after.
People are saying here's like the first request was he would like the orc barks sound effects over the orchestra.
Yeah, I will try to do that with the choir. So I will make the choir do the orc sound. So that's my challenge.
A choir of orcs. That just.
By the
No,
way,
that
I'm
totally
saying
works for
hello
me.
to
Totally
the
works,
orchestra.
Totally works.
I'm saying hello to the Orchestre Métropolitain. They're listening to the Twitch today, so
Amazing.
and they're
Okay,
learning
alright.
right now that their choir will do the orcs.
Yeah, that's good. That's
So,
good.
they're
They have
they're
time to
learning about their
prepare.
lives,
That's good.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Now
it's-
there's no
yeah.
going back since it's live
Right.
already.
No, you're
No,
not
no
here
first
because
sopranos for orcs.
because Steam is down. You're of course here because you are in city, and
I'm based in Montreal, actually.
yeah,
Mm.
and the last time we had you here was when?
I think it was when we released the music of the. We did the batch. I think we released like the Eldar, the art music. We talk about that.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I think it was when was it, like September maybe, October? I don't really remember.
Yeah, it's been going back quite a while.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this gets me to a point which, of course, is a question that we get asked a lot, but also because of this, where you're actually putting in the orchestra and everything. I mean, will this be recorded? Do you know?
We'll see.
We'll see, because the question I was going to ask, the official soundtrack and around that, I mean, a lot of people are asking for it. We want to do it. You want to do it.
Yeah.
And as a result, we've started working on trying to make that happen. And I mean, maybe you could go into what you would see and envision as.
Yeah. So, so a lot of people have been asking about it, and what I would like to do with that is, because the music is very interactive in the game, we have the chance to talk often about it during the Twitches, and mostly when the in-game music, when you perform and you're reaching an objective, like the music will get more intense. So there's different kind of music that crossfades where one another, makes like a build up as you're getting closer to the objective. Or if you're somebody that's defending an objective point, the music will get more intense as the enemy is coming closer to you. So the big question when you approach the idea of releasing a soundtrack of video game is, how do you make a music that is non-linear into a linear medium, which is a soundtrack?
Exactly.
So it's always the question that we ask ourselves, because we want to make it like this. We want to reproduce this kind of experience that the player perceive the soundtrack when he plays the game. But then again, you don't want to release a soundtrack that is like 10 hours long, you know. But you can play the game for 10 hours long and listen to the music. So how can you combine these two things together? So what I want to do with the objective music is to make like a big build up. So it starts more like with the layer that are calm. Like each time you listen to objective music on a soundtrack, the idea is that it's like if the player was moving forward towards the objective. So it will make like big build up. But the good thing also with the soundtrack is that I can choose at what moment I will make that layer happen. So I can choose a place where it makes sense in a musical term, you know, because when you listen to the soundtrack also you don't play the game. So the music is the only upfront thing happening. So it has to make more sense musically. There's nothing supporting it. That if you're playing the game and suddenly something happens and the music change, well, it makes sense musically that the music changed at that moment because you see the thing happening. But when you're listening to a soundtrack, if something just changed randomly, you don't really understand it. It makes less sense. So when I'm thinking about that in terms of the soundtrack, I'm trying to figure where is the best way to morph the music to make it more intense and so on.
Yeah, because I mean, like you said, if you would take directly the non-linear version and make it just a linear 3-minute track, it wouldn't be the same experience as an in-game.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can probably tell that we've been talking about this a little bit. So because and we really want to do this, of course.
Yeah, because the other option would have been to release just each level of intensity as individual tracks. But then again, you would have like 5 tracks of different level intensity. But what's in fun is to see it build up, you know, see them work together. So I think this represents much more the experience that the player, when he plays the music that he's listening, you know.
Yes.
And it makes it kind of something unique for the soundtrack because it's a unique combination that we really thought where we could merge the music and so on. So it makes it something more unique in that sense. And what we want to do also with the soundtrack is that each faction can also hear their own music, because as we said, there was a lot of music that were designed for each faction, and some music were common to all factions. So we want also the fans to hear that, okay, here is my music. I'm really a fan of the orcs, and the music of the orcs is here on the soundtrack, and you can get familiar with that. And also you can discover the music of the other faction, because the way it works is that when you're playing in-game, you can hear the music of the other faction, mainly the main theme, if the other faction is winning. So if your orc and the Space Marines are winning, you will hear the theme of the Space Marines. However, when you're playing in-game and you're reaching an objective, you're either hearing the objective music of your faction or the generic common music of objective, but you won't hear the objective music of the other faction. So the soundtrack will also give you the opportunity to hear all the music that has been done for the game. So that's another good thing about the soundtrack.
Absolutely. And that's also why I was wondering, you know, if something of this is recorded and if there are opportunities with the choir of orcs, just because that's so cool. And of course we also have questions here about more music for the game, and we would like that too, but we haven't planned that yet. However, a lot of people love the music, and that's why we are here talking about this.
I think also the soundtrack will, if it get out, make you realize how much music there is in the game, because like we said, there's a lot of music that you don't hear from the other, like there's more than an hour and a half of music. So there is a lot of music. So
exactly. That's cool.
I want to interject for like a second. If you guys have questions, now is the time while he's here. So feel free to
I took some of the questions and put them together. And
we have a bit of a delay.
Ark the Dragon says, well, this is not a question. He says, I actually started playing Eldar simply because I loved their winning theme.
Oh, cool.
I want more people like you. Ark the Dragon. I feel dirty, though, because I ended up with a 4-spamming melee warlock build. I'm sad for you, Ark the Dragon. But you get good music while you are, you know. And
Sunshine said, I don't have a question, but the music in this game is amazing.
Yes. Nobody wants to ask anything because they just think it's awesome already, so...
Yeah, that's one thing I could add. Is that it's funny because we released the music of the theme of each, and I often get some comments on my YouTube channel saying, oh, this theme, we don't hear it very often, and it's actually like the orcs talking about the theme of let's say the Eldar are saying they're not winning a
Oh,
lot, so they're
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of teasing.
yeah.
The fans are teasing
Yeah.
each other based on the flag because the music is really the signal of who's winning, right? So
Mm-hmm.
they're teasing each other based on that. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's
Very
here,
funny.
here we have it. It's like, where can we buy the soundtrack? Well, it doesn't, like, we're not there yet. It's a process, but we want to do it. Maybe the soundtrack could be a separate download. That's the entire concept of it. Is that you get it as a soundtrack, not. I mean, it's not going to be a play button in the game client in the corner. It's yes.
Well, in the
Yes.
Rhino, you should be able to have
No,
the
no,
radio.
no. But yes. Okay, they all want to buy your soundtrack right now. I'm well.
And we all want to sell it to you.
Yes, I'm happy to take your money. You know that. Anything else? Because this is September.
September 29th.
Okay, that's not my birthday. God damn it. It's September 4th.
Or maybe
is
you
my
can
birthday.
change the date of your birthday just for 2017, because that'd be possible.
Yeah, that's fine.
good idea.
Yeah, okay.
I'm only 41 then, so it's a minor.
Are you delaying it, or you're?
I'm delaying it. I'm
Okay,
September,
so
I'm
even
September
better.
4th.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I was hoping it was like, nice birthday present. That being said, more news to come when we have confirmed that we can actually do something together more. But
Yep.
thanks for coming.
My
Thank you
pleasure.
so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And we'll share the links after, so if you guys want to buy tickets and read more about it, then you can find it on our Facebook and Twitter.
Good.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Yes,
Maxime.
thank you.
Thank you.
And
So now Noah.
comes Noah.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
I mean, unfortunately, he is not a musical maestro, but
I told him I was running the camera.
oh yeah,
I don't
okay,
think-
yes, but he.
I don't-
Yeah, I
believe
saw, I
me
saw
or
you
not.
in chat there.
Noah is
Oh,
not a
okay.
musical maestro. He is not going to make a soundtrack for you. And to be honest, the way that he's thinking about doing the soundtrack, as opposed to other soundtracks that come from games, is pretty cool because I mean, like you said, there's a system between like what parts of what tracks are actually played throughout the game and when and where. So now he's actually taking that and mixing it together so that you go through like the wave of emotions.
Yes, an emotional roller coaster. I was hoping there would be some orcs in this fancy book that he left us.
Well, I mean, you know, if he's going to have an entire orchestra of orcs.
An
What-
orchestra. That's
Orc-
what they're saying in the
oh.
chat.
Oh no.
An orchestra.
Of course.
Great.
How come I didn't find that? I'm the one with the bad jokes. But but maybe we should find some costumes.
Orc costumes?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, for the orchestra and the.
Mm-hmm.
This is when they all stopped watching.
Yes.
Orcs.
So
Yeah.
we're not taking questions now from the chat. We were doing it for a
Maxime.
while or two, yeah, for Maxime. But now, next on the schedule,
Yeah, so continuing the
venerable
production
chainswords, but
updates.
we can't still because Steam.
We got screenshots.
We have a
We were
plan.
prepared.
Oh, you did
BCDF.
screenshots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We-
Yes.
That's how you do video games.
But
when
yes,
there's no internet.
quick questions from the
Yeah.
chat is later on after we do the forum questions.
Mhm.
Yes.
That you have.
Yes. Did you not? Oh, I didn't give them to you.
No.
How rude of me.
Yeah.
But first of all,
I left mine on my desk.
well, I can't help
Oh, it
with
sucks to be you.
Right, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
here's the schedule.
Yeah.
Orcs are 100% reggae as balls.
Do we show
Lance
the
Shore says.
schedule on the screen?
Oh yes, no,
We
no.
did,
Let's, yes.
we
So
did.
let's
We did,
let's,
okay.
let's show the screenshots of the venerable.
I don't know what order he's got the screenshots in.
Oh,
No,
well, we'll
that's
see.
what we
We'll
just.
see.
Yeah.
So it's either going to be some swords or it's going to be orc.
Okay, well, we'll
but
find out.
The orchestra.
Let's see.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, screenshot.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, screenshot. There it is.
All right.
Yeah, so, like, a lot of people were asking if they could have the swords in different colors because it felt wrong to have a blue sword with a yellow dude, so
Yeah.
I said, fine! And so now all of the venerable chain swords change color based on your factions, so you don't have to be, you guys probably match your socks with your shirts, so, you got to match your
Who does that?
chain sword with your
Only boring people do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So
You should have multiple colors.
multiple colors of socks.
Yeah, like the color.
Yeah,
has
so
to be
you
multiple
never
colors.
match your socks
And they're
because
not the
the-
same pair, like they don't
like
belong
one
together,
of the,
right?
Yeah, but one of the colors match. But yeah.
Oh, is Colonel Sanders not watching it? I
Oh,
wore
he was there
I
earlier.
wore the Star Wars socks yesterday. I didn't
you
wear
wore them?
Yeah, I wore them yesterday.
Nice.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm of course reading the chat so that if there's something interesting from you that is so mind blowing that I want to answer, I answer it. That's why I'm looking down at the PC for the chat.
There, he's there. He's in
Yeah,
chat.
there's-
Oh,
there's
he
Colonel.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
I was wearing Star Wars underwear at the same time, so I matched my socks to my underwear.
Amazing.
But it was sort of just a random occurrence that I grabbed them at the same time.
When you know you're matching, it's like a great day.
Yeah,
Right?
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
you're like-
wait. No, there's one thing: matching colors.
Matching, yes.
Star Wars socks with the Star
If
Wars
we had
underwear.
Eternal Crusade underwear, I'd wear them, but
well,
they
we
don't
had,
make it so.
like in the old days when we were at another game, we had Eve underwear.
Yeah, that was
thong.
Eve thong.
Yeah, Eve thong.
Yeah,
We're scarred for life after the CEO wore the Eve thong.
Yeah.
Hilmar.
He's a big Viking dude, red hair.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
big, far bigger than me. Big.
I had
big guy,
suppressed that memory, but
And
Good thing it's St. Patrick's Day and you can.
how
scarred
about
for
those
life.
chainswords?
This just added another bottle of whiskey on my St. Patrick's menu, just to wipe that off.
For
Also,
your-
Are you into like the whole green beer thing? Like,
no,
do you do that?
well, I tried it, but I mean, there's no difference. It's just color.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
usually
mean,
they
I don't-
only
I don't
color
drink
like
beer
the
anyways.
lager, like the bar will
Yes.
fill the kegs with just like their lager green, and I'm not much of a lager.
It's
Right.
it's
more of like an IPA.
Yeah, it's more like a Boston thing. That's where I see it most, actually. But anyways, so polish a turd.
They're like 10,000 years old, so they're supposed to look.
These are actually the first ones we made. There you see the orc ones.
Oh, here we
yeah.
go.
Yeah, the orc ones. Which is because I was going to come in on that and what happened yesterday, which people are still trying to figure out because I'm so bad at English, I guess. The venerable pack is now unique to everybody that bought before yesterday, before the transition. It was the very first pack that we did. It's a long time ago, and even back then, our customization system was not done. This was brute force. Well, using the system still, but you
Right.
know, yes. So, I have teased that we were gonna pimp them up maybe a little bit as well, because I mean they are old and now they're unique to you, and we want to make them maybe more interesting. Switching colors, not maybe what I'm talking about, but we're happy to take a look, and we always want to make you happy. Happy endings are
That
good.
we do. Oh, yes.
Double entendre. Yeah? So while I'm not saying that Noah's going to do it, Noah's going to do it.
Every time I come on here, I get new work to do. So I guess
No. But let's put it this way. I mean, there are some things we can do to them. Like we can open them up, have a drink, do some shit with them, save it, publish it,
yeah.
and then have
That's
everybody.
like that's your idea of game development, right?
Yeah. What's yours?
Coffee, lists of tasks, checking them off.
Coffee?
Yeah.
Now I know why we're developing so slowly.
Yeah, I should be on
No.
beer and meth.
I know it's because part of transparency is that
You can see through it.
yeah, and game development is excruciatingly slow. I mean, Defiance that I worked on,
I remember that.
5 years
Of
And-
development
and-
on the game.
of
Yeah.
development of the game before the concept, and it even changed entirely, like the game itself. So that's what happened during the game development all over the place. Is that you start out with something and it turns out totally different. The difference is with other games you don't see it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Mostly, they already know exactly what they're gonna launch when they get to E3, and that's the first time you ever see the game.
Yeah.
So, oftentimes stuff changes behind the scenes, and nobody knows.
Oh
about it.
yeah, what's shown at E3? Yeah, that's usually just made up. I know because I've seen it done. Anyways, venerables, yeah, we can take a look at them because I see a lot of you actually do like them, and now that they're unique, you like them more. But you don't like them because they're not venerable enough.
And they're too venerable. I think people were.
Or that. I mean, whichever way you lean, to each his own. So sure, we'll look at that. No promises, and I didn't.
No promises.
I wasn't going to throw you under
promises some stuff, and then
I wasn't going to throw you under the bus. I wouldn't do that.
Yes, we
However,
will, but no promises.
now I'm going to do it.
Okay.
No. Yeah. The orc chess piece. Do we have that?
Yeah, we showed
We
it.
showed?
It. You were talking.
Oh, it was on. Yeah. Fuck.
It zoomed fast.
Yes. And it should be. Did the store?
There it is.
update
See,
actually-
look.
Yeah.
Look.
Did the store update actually get in?
He didn't look.
I don't know. I have to ask.
Yes.
Frank or whatnot.
Frank
we
or
were doing
Gary?
this thing with the free thing. There was a bit of a distraction. We were like,
Oh, that.
We-
Yeah. So
we-
now we have a free version of the game
Yeah.
accessible. It's yes. We have reasons for it to be light on restrictions because number one, if you have a free-to-play game or a free version, one of the things that has to happen is that if I, as a paying player, get no value as a paying player out of more people playing the game in general, or even having free players with us, there's no purpose of doing it.
right.
And the flip side is, a free player won't stick around if he's just playing one class, an orc. Besides, of course, the balancing issues, which were just unsolvable in that case. So it has to be a good experience for the free player as well.
And it is, right?
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Great.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they get value out of it. That's what you're saying. So like
Both.
Yeah.
This is yin yang. It's like both have to have there's give and take on
Right.
both sides.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is why, we don't have a hard paywall. It's pretty soft. You just have to buy RTC, and when you pass the threshold, you don't pay those 20,000 RTCs. You just have to go past it, and then you can go straight on and taka taka taka. So, that being said, because people were mentioning it here earlier that we had 200 concurrent users, which is 1 0 shorter. So that's
Nathan's really easy to troll, guys. So if you just
Yeah.
say some stuff in chat that fires them off,
Yeah.
you'll get a response. on
So-
it.
just like
just-
sprinkle some salt
yeah,
over
you can go on. Even though the service started crashing, we were on a record already at 10 o'clock this morning of concurrent users. And daily active users was already at noon at 15,000. It's called DAU, and those are unique users. You can also see those unique users for the last 2 weeks. That is, it counts unique users that log in during a 2-week period on SteamDB. And it was 50,000 yesterday. I think it's quite higher right now. So we're quite happy with this, and we haven't even started the advertising. Well, the press release is out now.
Good.
The press release is out, and we are now in visibility rounds on Steam, and of course more to come.
This is an important question to answer, I think.
There's what? Which one?
Can midgets see infrared?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
And Life Freg, I will marry you if you send me a Tiffany ring. And a Lamborghini.
He was asking me, not you, right?
It says
Anyways.
Katie.
So the purpose of this all, of course, was making a better game for everybody, making us more money so we can develop even bigger things, and
Like the Lamborghini.
develop the Lamborghini, because we're such dirty, rotten scoundrels. But also increasing the concurrent users, because concurrent users doesn't give any indication of how many people are actually playing the game actively. That's why you have metrics such as daily active users, like they're all unique, and then you have weekly active and monthly active, and those are all going up since...
They're all very active.
Yes, and go up. And the reason why these are so different is that the way to calculate peak concurrent usage is that you measure the ingress and the egress between the two.
Mm-hmm.
So to maintain a concurrency over a long period of time, divided by the average playtime, means that to have 1,000 people over a certain amount of time is that you have to have a lot of people coming in when people go out.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see 1,000 people playing, that does not mean we have only 1,000 people that are active.
Mm-hmm.
So here ends that lesson in Nathan's map.
Story time with me. Great.
Yeah.
Oh, this is for Yuki in the chat. If I do this kind of thing, does it more like Brent was here? Because he would always do this, right? Every once in a while.
I can
Yeah.
do I can do the other side. You do the top, I'll
Yeah.
do the bottom.
Okay. And I need to be this tall.
You need to grow your hair a little bit longer.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he hadn't cut his hair in a while.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
So I've been trying to get
Yes.
into the game to see if we can possibly do gameplay during the show, but it looks like
Don't think so.
Amazon is
But yes,
still-
no more questions from the chat for now because we
Wait.
have. Yeah, it's
No,
going.
it
Something
goes,
is happening.
It goes past there
Oh.
and then it
Oh,
gets
yes,
to there.
no.
And it
Never
doesn't.
mind.
So
I like how they can give
That
us
was
an
so
ETA.
disappointing.
forum questions. This is the way to get questions in here for sure because usually we get through these and then we take questions
Yeah.
and do giveaways.
Yes.
Nathan, I'll marry you for dreadnoughts. I'm picky.
I want those things too.
Spectator cams on the way. In fact, Noah found a pretty amazing plugin for Unreal
Mhm.
for
That's for replays though. That's not for-
replays,
Mhm.
but also a version of a spectator cam. We might or might not be able to use it, but ours is getting worked on when we have time because there are higher priorities like fixing stuff such as, I don't know, melee.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Judas Silvarian is asking, will voice chat be both proximity and global? I want to be able to tell somebody, look behind you, without my entire team hearing it, because if the entire team hears me when I tell someone to look out, no one will know who I'm talking to. This is an incredibly clever guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Strategizing.
Or this happens all the time too.
Yeah, like the whole team turns around.
Yeah, and everybody gets shot and killed. It's like,
Yeah.
you want. Yeah. I can't actually answer that right now because the first implementation of voice that we're using is Steam Voice. So we will implement what they do, and whether that is actually going to be only within the squad or within the faction remains to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
But
So that's not a yes.
No, it's not a yes.
That's not a
No.
soon.
So right now, it's the entire faction site that gets the same chat, like it is on UAT. Yes.
Details.
Yeah.
When is the ribcage look of warped flesh armor for Chaos going to be expanded to helmets, backpacks, legs, and arms?
Yeah. Where's the ribcage shit?
Mm-hmm. There's, as soon as it's integrated by
Yeah.
an integrator,
Yes.
I suppose it has to be concept arted by a concept artist, and then has to be 3D modeled by a 3D modeler.
That's true.
So
Mhm.
the when is not anytime
No.
soon.
When's
No.
anytime people
well,
ask when, unless
yeah.
it's like, oh, we're showing it right now, but
Mhm.
it's kind of silly to ask a when.
Yes.
question.
I mean,
Really.
so maybe we should also qualify the answer here is that you're asking about warped flesh armor, and in general warped flesh. That is not just the texture that's slapped on. That's quite extensive. That is.
Yeah. So I mean, I could change the colors of the venerable swords. It's something a game designer can do. But like
Yes.
when we're talking about, we want flesh hanging off stuff, and we already have shoulders and chest. If we want it on the legs, it's like, yeah, it's
modeled.
quite a bit of. 3D work.
Changing color versus actually there, and that applies to everything. Like that's what was the problem with the Yumi armor is that it is modeled entirely. So
Mhm.
They want pizza armor for orcs
That would be
with
cool.
pineapple.
okay,
Why do we always end up talking about pizza?
Last Claw the Rehabilitated is asking, are the Pioneer packs eventually going to be created? If it doesn't affect enough players, I would propose that the pack be recreated as an option for people who upgrade to full game, or a variation. Well, in fact, that is how it is right now. If you actually are one of the very, very few The reason we closed this is that number one, it was just confusing at the time to have on the website, and number two, the specific upgrade pack was it was less than 400 people that have bought it. So if you contact our support, they will figure out something with you. As
Isn't it actually the case that all of the stuff before we launched that wasn't in the game was refunded to anything that we didn't do before launch was refunded? So everybody's been refunded already.
not for this. This was bought with dollars on the.
Okay, I thought
Understood.
Yeah, not the Pioneer pack.
Right, the Pioneer pack was the squig in a cage pack.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it was an upgrade to the free to WAG back then,
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
which
The
totally makes sense.
Squig in a cage.
So that's what I'm saying is that yes, it was the equivalent, and right now I think we have talked to customer support to actually give you simply game access for it instead if you want.
Mm-hmm. Brother Toaster wants to know about neutral maps. Are they possible where matches where both factions start on equal terms
I mean-
and have to fight?
Yeah, anything's possible. It would just be a different game mode.
Yeah.
The reason all of our maps are with an attacker and a defender is because the idea for the game is that you're fighting over territory, and the territory is always owned by one faction or another. So in order to justify neutral maps, we would need to have some neutral territory. And yeah, I mean, it's just
Yes,
possible.
and again, making a more equal ground game mode is certainly possible. It doesn't have to be like what you described. Still having attacker and defender, but you have a more equal beginning. But touching on what you exactly said, like with an attacker and defender, there's also the defender's advantage, which was supposed to be inherently with all the maps. So that still stands, and that's why the maps are like they are. It all comes from the part that we are in the future able to like you said, tie it more into actually the progression of attack and defense of the map on the territorial map and so on and so forth, which actually, by the way, is getting an upgrade, which we showed 2 weeks ago. So, Brother Toaster, it's possible, but we're not going to do it. However, we get the idea that it's a neutral start. So, Loot Master. Would it be possible to add a visual indicator to the cannon's secondary fire mode? Other grenades in the game have a blinking light, red, blue, whatever, but the grenades fired by the cannon do not, making it much more difficult to gauge your shots, as they often vanish into the air after you fire. You can only actually see where you shot by the explosion that occurs after it's bounced around everywhere.
Mm-hmm. So that's not true, but Loot Master's not to blame. You have to switch to the alternate
I would
fire
totally
mode,
believe it.
and then you have to
I'm a bad person.
aim down sight. If you aim down sight, usually middle mouse button, the preview thing shows up.
Yeah.
So the fact that you have to both switch to the mortar mode and then you have to aim to see the thing is the reason that he
Yes.
probably didn't notice it.
Yes.
But it is in there. So.
All right, Gma wants to know, the silver trim bug has been around for a while now. Any chance we'll see a fix to this anytime soon?
Yeah, so slowly but surely I work on the advanced armors that change your...
Is that an earthquake?
Yeah, there's definitely some seismic activity happening in
Yes.
this building right now.
This is a 100-year-old building. We're on the 5th floor.
You're not making me any more confident with that statement. Anyway, I do try to work on the armors. I was working on the
Goodbye. It was nice to see
the
you.
artificer level of armor first, but it's probably the relic armor that is.
I love
still,
you, Abela. I love you, Isidore. Goodbye, Mom.
Oh.
Do they? I guess they don't watch, but since it's your last broadcast, as we get crushed by this building,
Yes.
it's gonna be,
Yes, we're going to be crushed by this building.
At least, fix the servers before we all die, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Disco Jason will dance on our graves. We'll be happy. Finally happy.
Yeah. So anyway, Jimbo, yes, I'm slowly working on it, and
Yes.
I will fix that. So.
Norm is, I think he's asked this before.
Yeah.
I think we've answered this.
Quite a few
Yeah.
times. When
Quite a
can we
few
expect
times.
to see the lowered prices for the Elder Shrines?
When it's time.
Normus, you know what? We already lowered the prices, but there's an if clause that says if Normus, then same price.
Yeah.
Always.
We love you.
Baba
Norman, so-
G, oh my gosh, as if you guys remember that. That's going back like 3 years.
Goptief, can we see the looted Umi Bolter anytime soon? Since we got their armor now,
Mhm.
the looted Bolter, do we have the model?
No, we have to make it just like we had
Yeah,
to make,
exactly, yeah.
make the armor. So
That will take some time.
it was. It's
Well,
on,
I mean,
it's on the plan, right? To do it. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
but I mean, but if you want it now, it would just be a dirty, scratched bolter.
Yeah, well, if he wants it now, he can take a screenshot and print it out, and then tape it to his monitor when he plays. That would be one way to do it.
Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
I just thought of that just now.
We could have
That's a
skipped
good-
like refunding a ton of shit and just
just
like,
sent printouts to
yeah,
people.
yeah, mail printouts.
Yeah. No.
Probably not. Side Chopsky. Why do blight grenades damage the Mark of Nurgle player that throws the grenade before charging into enemies? Why isn't there a long-lasting debuff, a much longer DOT, or more damage overall added to the blight grenade? Currently, they're very weak.
The short answer is because that's how Brent made it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Long answers don't really have a long answer. I would have to just look into it.
No, I
more
mean,
and see if they're-
yeah, it's as part of the last balancing changes, grenades as an entity, of course, because a lot of them have been added in the recent time, will be audited, so to speak, in terms of data.
We should do this one now, because it's been coming up a few times from different people. All over.
I have a post on the forum about why I don't have my 20,000 RTC. Is there a reason why this is happening? So, to begin with, of course, much more effective would be asking customer support than posting on the forums. Just saying. Secondly, everybody that have talked to customer support asking about the 20,000 RTC already got them, spent them the same day, and somehow mysteriously forgot they did it.
They assumed, though, that with every update that we pushed, they get 20,000
Yeah.
more. But it's since
No,
1.3?
it's only once.
1.3?
Yeah, 1.3. The first time you log in, you get it, and
Yes.
yeah, we have
One-time thing.
quite a few customer support tickets about the missing RTC, and we look up the account and we paste back what you bought for it, when, and say, well, you spent it all already. So that's why you don't have it anymore.
Yeah, it's not 20,000 RTC with every
But
hotfix in it.
please, by all means, send in a ticket to customer support, because we keep investigating every single issue. Because if we find an edge case of where it was not given, we want to fix that edge case,
Yes.
which hasn't happened yet.
Valrax Rich, he's got so much RTC he doesn't even know. He's like,
Yeah. Yes, that's also part of what happens, is that they already have so much RTC they didn't really notice the difference of 20,000 more.
Dark Knights.
Yes.
Is the tank battle game mode still being worked on? And if so, how will it work?
No, it's also paused, because the tank battle mode is actually like in priority. It's after, I think Brent called it the intimate map,
oh, okay.
which was more infantry focused, so
Mhm.
kind of, yes. Besides that, of course, the time on maps, when we had the most people on, it was used to actually finish Ronan.
But was it a game mode? I thought it was just a more tanky, focused map. Like,
Well,
not like a,
no, I mean, yes, I think it's more correct to say it's a tank map.
okay.
But I think the point was that Brent wanted to, Brent and Pierre Richard, they wanted to tune, of course, the parameters for
Mhm.
within the
I
game
see.
mode itself.
Right, right.
Yeah, to be more tanky.
Okay.
I don't know how that is, but it's not going to be World of Tanks. That's not what this is supposed to be.
World of Predators? World of Vindicators.
That's it. You're doing marketing now as well. We do many roles here. Okay, who's next?
Duck Frog.
That's a long one.
It's a long one. I know the UI team is busy with the world map and will be for a while, but are there plans to spend some time on the loadout screen and show us more stats like numbers that aren't visible anywhere, like effect of toughness of the current loadout versus what is it?
Yes.
Pen?
Yeah. No. I mean, and Pinterest.
Oh, right. Okay. Or totals, so we don't have to calculate them ourselves every time.
That kind of calculations we actually haven't planned because we don't have good support for it actually in the system that we're using now for the UI. But it's something that we definitely want to do because you're supposed to be spending a lot of time comparing your loadouts and doing stuff like that. But as you just said yourself, the UI team right now, it's all the new world map, isn't it? More or less.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, I know Olivier could take care of that if he would get the right priority, but he has so many other more important things to do than this.
Olivier.
Like
oh, that Olivier. Yes.
like
Sorry. Yes.
Not your Olivier.
No, and
my Olivier, different Olivier.
And Bryce is back from vacation as well. So, but I mean, yes, totally a valid question. But as you say yourself, we're on the world map, and that's the visible part as well as some new functionality.
Mm-hmm. And I want to pimp my Rhino more than
yes, and besides puzzling together the elites and the last components we're getting in terms of that, we also want to do like the pimped out Rhino and Preds and all the variations of the other factions.
Mm-hmm.
So that your is far more dangerous looking than the other ones.
But it's a good suggestion. It's something we've always wanted.
Yeah, of
also,
course.
people
are
requesting bars instead of numbers because they're easier to compare.
Oh yeah,
for a lot of
absolutely.
people,
I mean,
so.
we've been playing these online games for 15, 20, 25 years, and
I played some yesterday.
Yeah, and I mean, we know. Believe me, we know. So.
Well, we have a picture for the next question.
So just cosmetic coming? No, not. I mean, don't assume that. Usually, we actually have a free version and a pimped out version, and maybe we would even have 2 free versions, and then like that are differently done, so on and so forth. I mean, never assume that something doesn't exist on both sides.
So.
Katie wants to show this picture.
Yeah, we want to do the picture.
What picture?
From Alberto
This picture.
Monaro.
It's bigger,
We have a
actually.
picture.
Oh!
When you see it on the screen, it doesn't look like a thumbnail.
It's the Space Marine with his.
Oh no, it's a picture that we have here. It's not.
Yes.
Not
No, it's in the folder.
It's in
It
the
might
folder?
not be in the folder. It's in the folder. Okay.
I've seen it.
Ah,
It
okay.
exists.
Bring it up.
This is amazing. I love this. So his question is, how soon will it be possible to add a guild banner? And here he is, offering up all his cash to do it.
Throwing it at the screen.
Ah, it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
I like that chest armor too. We should add that.
Yeah. Skulls.
It's
blood.
got like tassels between his nipples.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking, and you so eloquently pointed out.
Mm-hmm.
So how
Skull.
soon?
Skull,
How soon?
skull nipple clips.
Ouch.
I mean, it is. Anyways, yes, another round. We're working on it because last time they took a while because we had 20 something that we were doing. So we are going for another round. But imagine this: when you have a concept artist and it's either making banners for guilds versus a model sheet for outsourcing. You know, of the two, we'd rather get more models in so we can do elites.
So will there be some sort of cutoff for how many banners or what? Is
No.
there
It's I mean it's
decisions
just
made
that
about
we won't be able to do 20 every week or something like that. So
Yeah. But we'll
Yeah,
post on the forums
we're
and
getting
stuff.
we're getting scheduled time for the next round.
Mhm.
So again, we will keep you posted.
Cool.
Hopefully the same that actually did the other ones, because she did a fantastic
Yeah,
job.
they're amazing.
Kamikaze Joe, what kind of changes are Melee getting in the animation department? We have some changes exactly to the animations of Melee, along with a fundamental fix. Well, it's not a fix; it's a change, fundamental change to the underlying Melee between fast and strong attack.
This is a great question because
Yeah.
Nathan was involved in the conversation of this stuff. So
That's why I know.
That's why he knows the answer.
But that's everything that I know.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's not additions to Melee.
No.
Don't get that wrong. It's some time with the animators to do some improvements to certain sections that should have been better. So kind of specifically power mauls and axes against light attack stuff, changing slightly how the delay is between when you're doing a fast attack versus if you're doing a strong attack. It's all very complicated. It really is. It is. I promise it's complicated.
Okay, so Asher wants
It actually
to
is.
know.
It's one of the most complex systems that we have, and nobody else is really doing this kind of complexity at this level, because everybody pretty much don't mix the swords and the guns together. That's why, for example, games that are coming out are either swords or weapons.
Mhm.
Anywho,
From Asheru.
yes.
Does he want to know something about banshees?
He does.
Hey, how's it going?
Even if it's just to try out, would you consider adding an interrupt effect to the Banshee Scream to help them reach heavy weapons?
They already get like a kind of a disruption thing. Yeah. No.
Mine is working on bug fixes and FPS lag optimization. What are you guys actually developing? We mentioned that just earlier. You have a team working on the world map and new functionality there. We have more items coming, which are aiming for the elites. And those are the highlights right now, because it is so much about fixing melee and performance. And that's a lot of people that actually go into that of all our engineers. So, what?
My Ashiro's threatening my life now.
Okay.
It moved from just threatening my interns to
Yeah.
the actual.
So yeah, that's the reason why. Because when you're doing optimization work, it's not like suddenly you get double the performance. Sadly. But
I have like a shit ton of grenades on my desk. You can just
Mm.
go out the
Yeah,
door with
bunker-
them. You'll be
bunker out.
fine.
so right now, I mean, we can mention three things which we're looking towards specifically, which is again the world map update, possibly something tying to campaigns, the elites, and like Noah said, pimp my rhino. Those are the three things. Besides all the optimizations and bug fixing. Let me see. Asher, no,
We should
Orcan.
do some more questions from chat actually. 'Cause
Yeah, because I mean,
last time I don't think
this
we
is
did
the
any.
this is the play. Yeah, no, we didn't. And this is the last page. And and we don't have a meeting actually right after this. So
So everybody else is in a different meeting.
yeah, exactly.
We're
So
missing a
we
meeting.
don't have to leave at 3:00 sharp. But
Have you already given stuff away? Or did I miss the giveaway?
We
no,
have
no,
not.
we're gonna shift now so she can do the giveaway stuff.
Oh, okay.
I was really hoping we could play. I've been
Yeah.
like pushing the play button over and over, but
Well,
so-
such is life.
It's a bummer.
yes,
The video
I
game
did try.
show with no
right.
video games. Connection to Steam failed. Wah wah.
Damn it! All right.
When will the world map be in? That is not clear yet because we haven't decided when we're going to do the cutoff. But it should be reaching UAT yeah, that's counted in weeks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not days, but weeks.
So let's do an upgrade to premium. Yeah? Sounds
Yeah,
good?
the squadron one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you just have to type in chat in YouTube or Twitch, and we'll randomly pick a winner.
So, can Banshee, or Ken is asking, can Banshee please get equipable war gear that increases their movement speed for an LP cost?
Mm-hmm. Did Ashiro Swiftwind put him up to that question?
Probably.
Uh-huh.
Thanks,
But-
Ashiro.
No, they're already pretty fast. The reason that
Yes.
Dark Reapers have it is because Dark Reapers are slow, and it's just a mod for them. But I don't think we would increase the speed of the fast
No.
class already.
No.
If you're already premium, then we'll give you RTC instead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of map are you coming out with now that Ronin has gone live? And now that it is live, are you keeping your plan of expanding vehicles in preparation for the vehicle map? We went through this just earlier. Anvil?
So the answer was yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Anvil, when will we see more weapons using the basis of the Stalker Bolter and the Storm Shield?
I'm not really sure what that. So, a Stalker Bolter is a bolter with like a long barrel and a
Yes.
scope and a like.
Yeah, and like you said, it's just more variations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we will see more variations of stuff after we do more balancing of stuff that we currently have. So
Yes.
that would be.
So our winner on YouTube is Ngorso1. Congrats.
And we are over to chat questions.
And Gorso one likes.
But we're still
funny
doing the
animal
giveaway on
videos.
Twitch though.
Mhm.
Yes, so Ngorso, please put your email on your YouTube channel homepage so I can find you. Okay, our winner on Twitch is Nasty. Okay, I get it. Congrats. And Lord,
Yeah, I can see. I
Lord,
see
what
that.
is
He loves you.
whatever his name is, really loves you.
Mhm.
That's nice.
Yes, there's much love for Nathan.
That's
Happening.
Okay, now it's getting creepy.
It's
Okay, so we can go back to questions. So you can stop
it's the
spamming.
spam time, so it's like a good time to
A
really
nasty one.
confess your love.
Nasty.
Congrats.
Nasty
Congrats.
time. Nasty time. So, Noah, how will you miss your hand-delivered coffee?
I'll
You
yeah.
have to venture out in that
Mhm.
blizzard that we had to deal with.
Can you elaborate on your decision to limit free-to-play comps from playing jetpack classes? It is the only restriction
That seems to raise eyebrows.
Mhm.
Why? Well, why did we choose that instead of some other classes? One is that we wanted to give more freedom, but we did not want to give full freedom. And the class that we took out is the flying class. And we have reasons for it. I mean, they are not exactly cheap on the server, and they also don't work well with bungee jumping in general. So we have some things to fix. Besides, of course, it's a popular class. Well, it used to be. No, we of course ruined it, and nobody can play them anymore.
But if you have a jump pack, why would you go bungee jumping?
That's true. No, the server. Yeah.
The server goes bungee jumping?
Oh God. So the reason that we did it is that it's one of the more fun classes to play before we ruined it, and so we ruined it. So you shouldn't even bother being, pissed about it, right? That's just basic logic, right? A ruined class is not available.
Apparently it's really bothering them that Katie had a beard, so we killed the names.
So, yes.
Let's see.
What?
Waiting for
Somebody says,
questions.
Mandy Blasters when?
Ah, no, not
Hmm?
yet. Not yet.
Can wolves get giant wolves instead of bikes? That's it. That'll be easy to do. We'll just add
Wolves?
giant,
Yeah,
giant
quadrupeds? Oh, yeah. They the
Thunder
easiest thing
wolves.
to do in the world are.
thunder wolves, and they'll have their own melee attacks.
Yeah, of course.
Sweet. You'll be able to jump off it and fight, and then jump back on, and it will run behind you if you
Yeah.
want. Man, it's gonna be great.
I mean, I remember one game that I worked on that actually had animals, and the time it took to make each of the animals by a huge team was ridiculous. We're talking about like a year, if
Mhm.
not more, for hero animals like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
What?
So
Oh, man.
that's
Scroll
why I'm
by so
saying
quick.
I know.
game
That's why I'm
development is,
switching
Yeah.
back.
is excruciatingly slow, and quadrupeds are not the easiest things to do.
How would you pronounce Yvelfir? Yep.
So let me see. I'm gonna check my email.
Yvelfir? I don't know. It looks very
Sting
sort of.
Let
connection
me grab
issues.
his question before it
Yeah,
disappears.
Anyway, he was asking about mastercrafted weapons, and that's
Yes,
Chan and I talk about that. So a lot of them, I mean, mostly they're like 100 points more expensive, but often don't feel like 100 points worth of loadout
Oh,
worthwhile. So we want to boost them up. I lowered the cost of storm shields by 50 for the
Hmm.
mastercrafted storm shields because we put out those new cool ones, and everybody was like, these things are too expensive. I don't want to use a mastercrafted one, and it's only 25 more like hit points, you know. So it's is it really worth 100 points? And I agree, and so I just lowered it by 50, and you know, doing some drastic
oh yeah.
balance
I mean,
changes.
Yeah, I mean that's what a lot of people have been asking about is that are you going to change this? I mean, this isn't balanced, so on and so forth.
Mhm.
We're not done with the balancing at all. That's one of the things that we're doing. I don't know. I mean, I took it as part of fixing
Mhm,
the
mhm.
balance. But I mean, yes, the balance is something that we have a lot of people on. Fixing melee is certainly part of it, but not maybe directly balancing. But that's still playing into balancing between ranged and melee and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
But that being said, we already have deployed after the big balancing in 1.3. Let me see, 1, 2, 3.
Balance changes.
No, 3 batches
it was
of
4
balance changes, balance change updates,
Mhm.
and maybe the last, the patch before that this patch we had the supports. We went through the data and the changes there, and yes, quite correctly pointed out in the new meta.
Mhm.
The
The new
supports
meta.
weren't
The
weren't
new hotness.
they weren't doing so hot, so we helped them a little bit, and we'll see again.
Mhm.
And we also have for the next patch. By the way, those changes are already in the patch that is now on UAT.
Mhm.
I don't know if we're going to actually update because the game is down right now. I don't know if we're going to update UAT because, of course, our backend engineers are all on getting the service back up, which is why I'm checking my email, and the newest information that I'm seeing here now is that with all the servers coming back up, Steam is still having problems authenticating.
Mhm.
So I'm guessing that other games are now like what happens in this case is like with it's called hiccups, and they can happen wherever. Like if everybody gets disconnected at the same time,
Mhm.
and they come immediately back, you have 2,000 sessions per second, and that's not really healthy.
Mhm.
And apparently, as a result, Steam are now throttling authentications.
Mhm. My mom used to do that when I was in trouble. She would throttle me.
Yes, throttle. Yeah.
Over
so,
here.
So we're talking to Steam right now, and when they have opened up that part of the entire chain of everything, then everything should come up.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like, again, a huge domino effect. Good stuff. And of course, we blame St. Patrick.
If we could name this version of Twitch, it would be like the no video games.
Yeah,
video
it's like
game
no video
show.
game.
Yeah.
We had the composer.
Yeah.
Hope we can actually do the soundtrack because it's pretty cool, and I hope we can actually also get recordings from that orchestra.
That'd be sweet.
It's like you're stealing my jokes now.
Mhm.
And of course, also more music is something that everybody would like, but we're not there yet.
So Norm has asked Noah. He said, "Ask Noah if he finished my old storm shield."
No, so I found the thing, and it's the model wasn't completed. I was looking at it's pretty cool, and it's kind of tragic that it's not entirely finished, but might be able to get a little bit of time from the artist to just fix up the back of it.
Yeah.
That's what you were looking at when you came over to my desk, and you're
Nice.
like, "Oh, that's cool." That's
Oh, okay, yeah.
Normus's
But I say that
special.
all the time. It's like,
Yeah,
hey,
I think,
that's cool.
I think Brent was actually using it in some old Twitch. It's been like, because there's screenshots of it. It's the one that looks more like a kind of like a cross, like a
Oh, yeah.
rather than a shieldy shape. It's like a.
But that's not Normus's question. He must have been asking for somebody else, because he always asks about the shrines.
Okay, yeah. So,
Yes.
yeah,
So
they-
why is
they
he
must
asking
have
about a
did-
storm shield?
Yeah, on behalf of somebody else.
Why is Normus
Mm-hmm.
asking about a storm shield when he's always asking Eldar questions before?
It's true.
Nashty wants to work with me for a day. Maybe you can change the prize just to come sit in the
Kate-
sit
Yeah.
in Brent's old desk, which is right next to
Yeah.
mine.
Take Kate
Right.
out to
Like the
dinner?
desk.
Yeah, you
Totally.
are.
Let's do this.
Yes.
Did-
I mean, I guess he already knows like the minimum entry, Lamborghini, diamond ring,
Right. Flowers.
and flowers.
Mhm.
That's the evening part, and the design the weapon part is actually more being taken into a room and interrogated, because we would like to have it like kind of like a gamification of the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So you might like it and you might not. Probably not.
Probably not.
No, we have some big people here that would just beat the truth out of you for what you really, really want.
I literally have a pile of grenades on my desk.
Yeah,
Like that's all I
know,
need.
Yeah. Actually, I have a mortar round in my window as well.
That's true. And we sit like right next to each other.
Yeah,
It's frightening.
Like, don't come over in a bad mood, you know?
it's kind of like an Aliens. Like we'd probably blow us like together up, like boom,
Yes.
boom.
Everybody keeps asking about the Mandy Blaster.
Not
Mhm.
gonna happen.
Like 10 questions.
We're not
about
working on it yet. It's like the same answer a month ago. Let me see.
There's a lot
And
of
where
people
are we
who
on
are-
elites? So the assets, like the 3D models, the parts that we have, I think the last estimate is that we have 80% of them or so. You know,
Mm.
something like one of them is missing a butt flap, and another one is missing flames.
Mhm,
Fuck if
mhm.
I know. But what we're missing is individual pieces to those elites, and then we have to puzzle them together and integrate them, and that's when we have them. So
Well, that would be when the art is ready, but then they
and integrate
Orc
them.
Commando needs to have camo, and the Eldar Ranger needs to have special. Like,
Oh yeah. I mean,
sniper
I
rifle gun
wasn't
and
down
everything.
counting up
Okay.
shit. That's why I was saying he's asking. So you'll see it. Yeah, I mean, probably in game tomorrow. That's called
Yeah.
fucking thrown under the bus, Noah.
They need to be on fire
Yeah.
at all times. Some of them.
Yes. So they are at that point. It's same with like the question before, which was Terminators, and they're on hold because animation again. The animation per Terminator, of course, 2 of them can actually Dreadnoughts. Sorry, no Terminators. Like 2 of them can use the same animation set, but the other 2s, of course, like Orc and Eldar, cannot. And just to give you an idea of that, it's about 3 months to actually get the animation end to end through. So it's on hold, and when we start it again, it's going to take quite some time.
Okay, Valrag wants to know when will the plasma cannon get the mortar model indicator back?
Is the mortar mode indicator not? It's like
Did you zoom?
it's not taken out intentionally. Yeah, it might be the zoomy thing. The same.
Yeah. It's the same function of movement.
The question I've seen a couple times about the apothecary, like flip-floppy color scheme. Yeah, I think that's a cool and codex compliant change or addition I wanted to make.
Why?
So sometimes apothecaries are all white. Sometimes they're the chapter color with like a lot of white bits.
Oh yeah.
But it's just a matter of like there are so many bits in our game that it gets very like it's like a house of cards to like custom change the colors or whatever. It's
yes, it's software, so there's a lot of bits.
Yes,
Come on.
Turn into bytes,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Then House of Cards,
yeah.
television
Yeah.
show.
But
What's
yeah,
next?
So yeah, I
I mean,
wanted
everybody
to
dies
do that.
hard.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
suggestion. Thanks
Mind
for that one.
blow. That joke was especially for Disco Jason. I love him so much.
Did we answer all the questions on the paper that you just crumpled up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
yeah, that's what we're answering.
And we
questions
gave away
there.
all the stuff, and it's already like.
Yeah, we could
Well,
do
it's
one
3
more
o'clock.
giveaway. Let's do one. Yeah, this is the old time.
Because we launched free to play, let's give away a relic
Let's
pack.
do. I was just gonna say that.
All right,
Let's do a relic
and then-
pack.
It's Saint Patrick who crashed our servers, and let's do a relic pack. And what is the name?
Oh, we're doing trivia.
Yes.
Hold on.
Wait.
She has to
go-
set up.
I gotta push some buttons here.
And I'm gonna get the exact word. No. It's not spamming. It's not spam.
No spam.
Trivia.
No
what?
spam.
What is the canned meat? Oh, you got it.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, he's going with the.
No. What?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Wait for it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Wait.
Oh.
No. Wait.
It's really hard to type on sideways, right? Like you have
Mm.
10 typos.
Yeah. Let's see.
Spell check.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Aren't those so annoying? It's so annoying.
It's great. It's
Okay.
a good thing. A relic pack is like almost $200 worth of stuff, or
Yes.
this would be
That you
a
can't
very
get
boring thing to-
other than
yeah.
for giveaways.
Yeah.
Oh
What
God.
are
They
you
really
doing?
make you go through that thing? Oh, don't
Wow.
show
Oh,
this
it's-
one.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Wait. What?
Top secret.
Do you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
Have you done this before?
Yeah.
Back again. Are you gonna copy that right there? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So, what? There?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Don't
Go.
paste that.
Now! Oh yeah. Now, here comes the question.
What is the name of the?
What? Wait, you asked the question.
What is the name of
What?
the thing
What are
that's
you
on
looking
the
at me
other
like that for?
browser tab?
This is your trivia
Okay.
question.
What is the name of the new Eldar DLC?
Are we doing the first one that gets it, or are we doing random?
Random after those that get it.
Okay, so we'll let it go.
Like when
for-
there's 10, we push
Okay,
it.
all right.
When 10 have got it,
Mhm.
one of you.
The answer is not Katie.
It's
Ah,
a little
yeah.
mhm.
There's
Yeah,
we'll wait
there's
till it
one.
goes till 10. Okay,
Up till 10.
up
Mhm.
to 10. Oh, they're really good.
One, two,
They just
three.
type super fast. All right,
There we go.
winner.
And
Spitfire!
nice.
Congrats.
What? Spitfire! Yes, Meldanan.
Congrats.
Congrats.
And in chat,
Spitfire.
does anybody know what that means?
Well, we need to wait till they finish spamming
Yeah.
for a moment.
We also need to wait for them to.
But yeah,
hear-
for those
hear
that
what we
won,
say.
because I see you guys asking how you actually get your stuff after, I will write you on your Twitch account, or if you want on YouTube, then you need to put your email on your YouTube channel. Yeah, see, he's like, yes. So
Oh, he's
excited.
happy.
He's happy.
Yeah. Yeah, these relic packs go for a lot of money on the black market. On
The relic pack? Oh,
yeah,
yes,
on the
shit.
dark web, man.
Dark web.
Relic packs, that's the way to go.
I had somebody begging me for one the other day. I did not give them one.
Mm-hmm.
Lamborghini.
Spensley had it. It is total extermination without any mercy at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Maeltanan means.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, these
They're
are
all
also
smart.
total and
But
merciless
You
destruction.
don't win anything for answering that second question.
No. It's
You guys
just,
don't.
I mean, it's just cool to see that. You know. It's not lost on everybody.
Mhm.
Personally, I like the description on the orcs the most.
Mhm.
The orc pack, of course, that's called WAG. But it's kind of like the go-to name for everything.
Mhm.
Orc, because they aren't big on naming in general.
Right.
Because they
Well,
don't really
I
care.
mean, they're spores. They've got like one brain cell going for them.
That should have been the actual question. What does it mean? Manifold, yes, I wanted to have it as the actual question, but like the system works here, you would have to have typed it exactly and correctly like we would type it, and there's no right way of typing it one
Mhm.
like right way.
Mm-hmm.
And if any, well, we could of course take the spelling, the sentence basically from the Lexi
Lexicana.
Lexicana,
Mhm.
but no, that was a bit unfair. So yes,
Yes.
that's
No.
it for now, because it's St. Patrick. We're hoping that we get our servers back up because.
We want to play the video game.
Well,
Like
no,
to
not
shoot
just
some
that.
people,
I mean, we
come on.
had, I mean, we had record-breaking numbers playing already, and
Yes.
then the fucking servers go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the absolute worst timing possible.
Mhm.
I mean, you know, karma
Yeah.
is
And-
obviously on our side.
Yeah, and you're like sending message, hey boss, look how great the game is doing now.
Fires.
Never mind, don't
Yeah.
look. Sorry, it's
Explosion.
not. Nobody's
Yeah.
online.
Oh,
Right. Well,
Mm-hmm.
whack,
we're
swag back,
suffering too.
grim, grub, direct, Daka. Nathan wanted to name the orc pack the whack, swag pack. that's. Why didn't you tell me this earlier?
Mm-hmm. We'll make a new wax swag back
Yeah,
later.
that's totally in. Oh man, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yes.
When will the servers be up?
It's
From
not our
Warhammer.
So I
It's
mean,
not-
well,
it's
we're
not.
just waiting for Steam to actually do their part, which is unthrottling, maybe selectively, because we rely on the authentication through Steam more than other games, obviously. Because other games just say like, "Hey, have you bought this game?" While we, of course, authenticate you towards your profile and
Mhm.
like character information and
Mhm.
everything like that. So we'll see what happens
Yeah,
there.
so we authenticate through Steam and host on Amazon, so it's not oftentimes our our
Yes, I mean,
servers when stuff
yes,
goes
what,
wonky.
and
so-
basically what that means is that it's not always us that can fix it. We have to wait for somebody else, and that's what you usually try to exterminate in situations like this. But you can never go to a point where there's no external factors.
Mhm.
Sadly. So have a good St. Patrick's Friday.
Yeah.
I was going to wear the green sweater.
Mhm.
Actually, I forgot.
Shame on you.
Damn.
Next week.
Yeah, it could have been a floating head because, I mean, this is a green room on screen stream. Love you all.
Bye, guys.
Service up.
See you next week. Hopefully we can play
Total
some video
carnage for the foreseeable months with all the advertising and stuff happening. And we keep on improving the game. Please log on UAT because there are balancing changes and other things there already. And send feedback over the weekend. I will try to maybe get an UAT update if we get our servers back up.
Mhm.
But until next Friday,